I just came off pretty much a week of not touching any of my responsibilities regarding anything. Nothing. I literally just existed and did everything else that I could do. And when I tell you, I was itching at those first couple days to just like work on stuff and do stuff. But I don't take being sick lightly, even if it wasn't from a stress response. Fun fact, if you didn't know, you can get sick from short term and long term stress. I really took this time to reflect on where I'm at and just rearrange my ideas, rearrange my plans because I had time throughout the week to think about. So those conversations in my journal and reflections in my head really came towards the end of the week. I wouldn't describe where I'm at as a roadblock. It's more so considerations. For example, I noticed that I'm gripping my dreams like this. I'm like, girl, let go. Ah, I have definitely been a prime example of I have goals, I have dreams, and when you feel so strongly about them, you let go. I know it sounds very, why would you let go of something so cool that you're thinking of, dreaming of? But truly, that is a part of the plan. And right now, I am facing the consequences of ripping my shit too tightly, where there's leaks in my thoughts and sometimes my actions as well, because your thoughts equal your action. And I noticed that I've been trying to control how things should go, trying to control things when it never needed to be controlled in the first place because it was going to work. It is going to work. I'm currently reading this book here and it's very insightful. This thing I'm going to read is in relation to how I feel right now. If you have a goal and dreams and it's so passionate and so powerful at the same time, as you grip those dreams with trust and love, you also have to let go for that process to truly go beyond what you expect it to be. As soon as you lose yourself in a role or a label and the role is in any way threatened, survival will govern your behavior and everything will move to align to survival. I would say one of the direct positives of letting go, just loosening your grip even, is that it really takes off so much weight on your shoulders. The second benefit, which is direct, but also for it impacts everything as well, is you allow for the possibilities of something even better than what you imagine could happen for yourself to be apparent, to be an option for you. After hearing something like that, of I I can have what I've been dreaming of, what I want to do in this life or just be right now, and I can have more things that I can further be and further enjoy. And it's not coming off from like a greed thing. You can simply be, like, for a random example, you can finally be so confident in yourself. And with that new sense of confidence, that introduces you to a more authentic version of yourself. And with a more authentic version of yourself, you're able to finally touch hobbies and touch interests that you've been wanting to do, that you've been putting off, or you've never imagined that you would be interested in stuff like that. I had a confirmation the other night where I was out with these girls. Some of them I haven't met, and obviously we were exchanging what we're doing right now in life. And I can't believe when I was trying to name my big three, I forgot one of them. So to me, the way I explains myself and my essence was really wonky. And I use the world outside of me as a mirror of my internal world. So what I saw then, and you may think, are you deeping it? Bitch, yes, I am. I am, because that has never happened before. And that's very simple. Explain what you're doing, what you are right now. And I really struggled to explain it. I wasn't even trying to explain it in a different way, but I don't know what it was. So I took that as a confirmation to regroup myself, to look back on my goals, which I am still moving towards. But the only difference from today, from a week later, is that I am going to approach it with less control. And even with my YouTube, I may even, I don't know when this will be posted. This probably will be a short post, but I I really love making vlogs, and I love making my talking videos. I don't want to always make talking videos because that, shit's never that serious. Balance, because this is Breeze World. Like, genuinely, I do not need to put on so much stress on myself. I do have standards and I do have expectations, and they are larger than what they was because my capacity has grown. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm not capable of, more importantly. But even though I say that, of course I put extra stress. I wouldn't even say expectations, but it's just a list of stuff that I just want to output, right? And knowing me, I really have to keep it as simple as possible, as basic as possible, just so we can get the ball continuously rolling. And from there, we make improvements. So, what I'm saying is that it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to start again. It's okay to fix the plan again, even after a week. Sometimes it just needs to be that. But this is important because I have seen my output, I have seen my thoughts, my actions, my decisions for a couple months now. Yes, things are working, but genuinely, with love and compassion and thought for the future, it can be better, which is 100% possible for me. I just have to choose to pivot. There's no, for me, it's not starting again. It's really just pivoting to approaching something a bit differently. And you know what? I was thinking about this too. I was thinking about like successes and fails. Technically, there has been some success. And then for some other things, that's a failure. And that's great. Like, that's great. Obviously, after experiencing failures, the next step is, what are you going to do now? I always say this, I always mention these in my talking videos because that's the only thing that matters right now. You can choose to stop, and that's completely up to you. But in my position, this shit is going to work. I just need, it's so true, I just need a couple successes out of 1,000 failures for this shit to, for me to have a winning streak. People who do investments, you see so much people losing money, and that has scared you into investing money yourself. But when these people do get wins, when they do it at the right time, and it could be random, it could have been impulsive. Not saying impulsive is good, but it could have just been spontaneous. And next thing you know, that's a win for them. That's a success. And it has changed everything. And it has made every single failure worth it because the success has been, it's larger, it's more expansive than what you could ever imagine. That's why I choose to keep going. I notice that things are not working, and I'm aware that when they don't keep doing them again. Sometimes it takes longer for you to realize that you should switch up. Maybe you're hoping that it's going to work, but unfortunately it just doesn't. And you might feel some type of way, but bitch, it would be so much easier for us if we just rearrange the plan just a little bit. And then we can see what these new results can come back to. I mean, can produce for us. And if you're not happy, then go back to what you were doing before. Nothing is ever permanent. Everything is temporary in this world. So, in summary, I just want to tell you that it's okay to rearrange your plan. It's okay to adjust your schedule. It's okay to choose a different action, choose a different decision. It's okay to start again if you feel stuck, if things feel in your external, if things are not moving, look inside of you. In longing to return to security, offering us love, power, peace, purity, joy, truth, we've forgotten where to look. We have forgotten that the subtle, the invisible is where it all begins, the world of inner thoughts and feelings. It all is coming back to the root cause, which is within my thoughts, which is within my identity, and doing what needs to be done, even with a bit of reluctance. That's just what it takes. This is how badly I want it. I want it so bad that I'm willing to change myself every single time. I've been in months of constant uncomfort, and but at the back of my mind, I am receiving so much at the same time when I offer myself to the people on YouTube, when I offer myself and offer my being to the world. I am no longer in fear. I'm no longer ignoring. I'm no longer reluctant. And I feel like this part of me that is coming towards change. I'm walking with change. I'm not running against it. I'm not running into it. I'm walking with it. So it can provide me ease and also teach me lessons and give me challenges to move forward. If I didn't have this week of rest, intentional rest, and thought, I would have done the same thing and I would have gotten the same results still. That would have been fine. Things still could have worked out. But girl, I'm not trying to make this shit work in 1 year. I'm making my shit work in months. You can hold me on that. Yeah. But that is all for me. I hope you took something from that. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta!